define, okay, what is my region like? What do I know? Because like East LA, Ruth in West Valley says to me, 60% of our clients are bilingual.
Uh-huh.
So we have produced information in Spanish, so we can talk to them, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, okay. So as a program director, she already knows her experience in her area. She knows what her audience likes. So with you, or audience needs. So when you triggered those comments to me, it made me immediately think about each center or program director should have an idea of their clientele and know how to answer that question for you when you say, so what do you need this to do?
So essentially on that line, that's what kind of comes from some of the minimal discovery, because I'm trying not to be biased or stereotypical per what I'm seeing online. But, Pace, they're running a Filipino program. Labario, they're running a Latino. We can address all of those. But again, our architecture is to allow you to be ubiquitous in your intake, but individual or unique in your approach.
Very important.
And that's why when I talk to you about our training model, it's online and on site, as in our online model is all the ways that you collect information in Salesforce and how you train your employees will kind of be online. You'll go to, acoolwebsite.com or, Business Source. You'll have a place to go do your internal training, and we will kind of license that. We'll build it for you, but that's stuff that we're building for you. Then your individual centers, that's where our on-site will go into each one. We know you're using WordPress. So instead of you guys, you finding icons, and let's all sit down in one meeting. That's why I said, if you can organize that, I will come. We will have a universal meeting, kind of present this to them, and then we will already have a blank slate with those 8 pages, and then they can go in and, kind of dial in. But we can do a 3-day workshop where we develop all the sites with all those people. The more people we can get in the room, the better, and then maybe we journey it from there. Okay, we do 9 appointments. We'll come in. We do a discovery. You know your demographic. It should be in XYZ and XYZ. If it needs to be multilingual, we need to know about that now. So we're thinking about it, and we're already thinking multilingual, but if we're thinking 5 languages instead of just 2, then that's a different development curve. And
that's right.
It's a different workflow, because although our templates are going to be the same, you can put it in Spanish, whatever you want, but you have to do that work. We're only creating the templates, keeping the style guides and the colors and all that.
Yes. So part of what I'm getting now, Keith, one, that meeting is definitely necessary. I'm thinking a step before that meeting is I need to bring you in with Daisy this time. And bring you, Daisy, and Miguel, and myself. We got to sit down. I've seen where it can go. We need to bring it, definitely the next step, the step after that is definitely bring the business source leaders together, the executive directors together, because they're the ones that are, writing the checks, right? Saying, okay, this is what it's going to be, and just kind of figure out what message do we want you to deliver to them. Is there a particular path that we as a city have to take before we can introduce you to them, or can I just simply just bring you in, because they're all working on WordPress anyway. You're already aware that all of them are trying to change their websites probably to meet the contract which you've read, which says branding all has to be the same. So they're all trying to get there, but nobody's talking to each other.
And nobody's even aiming for that. Like the only one that's kind of aiming for it is MCS, and they're aiming to put themselves in the position to do what I'm doing right now, which is take this all over.
Now, when you, Keith, you have direct communication with them, don't you? Aren't you talking to Phil?
No, I don't know them.
Oh.
I just know who he is.
Oh, okay.
I'm not against talking to them. I have no qualms about it. But that's one of the things where if we find, I was going to kind of look at that research position. I'm like, man, if we find that it would be better that I just go there and that's the work, I'm not against that either, because I'm for the betterment of the program. It doesn't have to be a cool nerd did this. Okay, he's got it. The other 8 centers kind of believe in him because they know he's really about it. They may not like him, but they know what it is, So, they'll pay him, he pays me, and we can, I'm willing to work for the greater whole. You need to just organize how we can bring everybody to the table so I don't have to have a bureaucratic conversation about, oh, your center is getting more credit because you got two. Man, I don't want to hear none of that. I'm building it and it's going to work. How do you want it properly built? And then let's build the architecture so each one of you can build out your own programs, your own pictures, and then you have a very good, solid foundation. So when you guys have your classes and all that, it's all synced. Everybody's getting their reporting, and you guys aren't so stressed out at the end of the month trying to send in these reports and trying to make up stuff out of nowhere.
Yes.
One email system, it's going to take a year to really do all of this on site and really implement it. So, let's get this done, but we have to have that master meeting first. And again, I'm open to the MCS conversation, but that's why I came to the Alliance, because I'd essentially like to be able to bring it through here, but I don't know what that does, But I have the 501c3, if that's the way we need to go, and then the administration and accounting would obviously be done by them. So they do my partner on it with a cool nerd, and we're both in LABAVN, but that would allow us to have the economic workforce partner, and obviously Ken's on the WIB board. So, I just don't know if there's conflict of interest. If not, I can do it myself. And if MCS needs to take it per whatever, again, I'm open. But that's where it's you can't tell me to license it. Now I'm building it. That's why I need to know now, because I'm spending money to get this done, and I prefer to slow that down.
Yes, I would prefer that you did as well. Love what you did. It all makes sense to me. And the conversation I want to have with Miguel and Daisy and you is not to do what you and I just did today for the hour and a half, seeing all the bells and whistles and all the tricks that it can do.
Well, the next one would be, you just tell me what I need to put in a presentation, kind of growth wheel style. I will put that together. That's why I'm kind of showing you. I did all the research, but I know they don't need the API hook. So which ones do you think I should start with? The master plan is really to, come up with a cool academy, and I need to know if it's going to be either under me or under, and that's the conversation you're going to have, or under MCS. If it's under me, then I come to you with this model: hosting, development, training, strategy, implementation, management, architecture. We take all of it over, and, branding, obviously, then now kind of too. We take that over, and then everybody kind of contracts to us. We build out the platform, we build out all the foundation, and then we will go in and do online and on-site training to individualize the platform for intake and assessment per location, and allow them to have their own promotional facilitation, but it's all based on one brand or one LA methodology.
Right.
So I'm going to write that into a little bit of a strategy now that we have that clear. I'll get that down on paper for you, so when you have the conversation with them, you know what we're aiming after. And then the two separate, I won't put two separate models. I'll just put the one model. Now,
and the only question I have for you is when you said two separate models, the other model would be, and by the way, because of all the background I've done, remember, it's because it's us internally talking.
Okay.
So it's us, Daisy, Miguel.
Right.
Hey, by the way, guys, this is what, and cost structure, right? This is what it would cost. What do I need to do to make this happen for you if we go this model? And by the way, if you like what I do, but the city cannot get the money fast enough, because, now it's a fundraising, which I'm on the process of doing anyway. I'm fundraising with the banks right now, having conversations, saying, what do you need so I can just get some money out of you?
You said, who did you say you were talking to at American Business Bank?
Bruce Gumbiner.
Bruce Gumbiner.
Yeah, Bruce runs the CRA for American Business Bank.
Okay. I'm going to look him up, because, okay.
Yeah, he's the CRA dude.
Okay.
For American Business Bank. So I was talking to him, and he was like, hey, I just need to know, what are you going to use the money for? Is this a grant that I'm giving to you? Is this a loan, like to put in a revolving loan fund? And I got a meeting coming up on August 22nd doing that. So I'm looking at ways and how to bring money in. So my meeting with you, because I don't want to delay this too much longer, this is amazing what you have done. I want to go ahead, and I see people are already, and I love the motivation. MCS is moving forward, and you said VDC. Love the motivation that these guys are moving forward, but I need to get them directed.
Right.
So the question would become, the two models, if you will, Keith, is, hey, if I did it myself under this is what the cost is going to be. If I went ahead with the guys that are running forward and negotiated contracts with them, because they're building to your program, one business source, one site, I can say to them, look, this is what this looks like. I'll negotiate the contract with them. You don't have to give us a cost. It's really, you're just showing us. The permission would be, do you guys mind? I went after them. I build it to the program specs, though. So you're still dictating the program, but these guys are directly paying for it, and it gives them direct control and however you would roll the rest of it.
But the only problem is it's some of that branding stuff. That's where I'm going to run into a bureaucrat. If I got to go to them, it's a bureaucracy conversation because he's getting the check from you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And that's a conversation I prefer not have because if I gotta go under him, it's like I want a price, and then I want to tell him this is what I'm doing.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
I'm not trying to have the. I'm not trying to work the go around. If that has to be if I've got to do that in a manual facilitation, I may not be interested in it.
Yeah. No.
I'll be honest.
And you know what? And you met me, Keith. I'm a little older, so sometimes you got to tell me things twice. You did.
I'm okay. I just know if I go to him and the conversation doesn't go one way, I don't have the, I may not be as non-quippish to be like, okay, well, I want to look at the bigger picture. I'll just be like, yo, check this out, my man. Thank you very much for your time and urban vernacular.
Yes.
So I don't want to do that. So to avoid that situation.
Yeah. You know what? Let me get something on the calendar between Daisy, Miguel, and I, and you. Mm-hmm. If you could drop me a note, Keith. Hey, these are dates and times I have available, or if your schedule is just you tell me.
I can make it happen. I can make it happen.
Okay, then let me do that. Let me tell them that it's time to sit down with you again. You put some things together that I have seen, basically a platform that I've seen. We can make this happen, and we just need to talk about the cost structure and how do we get you paid to do this. And I need them to understand what we're trying to build out because we've got 3 centers that are running to get things together, and they're going in different directions, and we got to stop it as fast as we can.
Well, they think they're going in one direction, but they're just going it in different ways, and they're going to get different outcomes, and it's like they're just going to still be in their manual processes rather than having a systemized approach to what you guys are doing right now. And I'll build this out a little more, and we'll get it done. Yeah.
Let me get that next meeting scheduled, Keith.
All right. Talk soon.
That's the next step.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, wait, and then
please.
Have you? Never mind. We're on a city line.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye. Yes, ma'am.
Lock the front door.
You lock the front?
It's not up there.
Okay.
So just
you guys in the meeting?
Yeah.
I'm coming in right now. Oh, you guys are still in? Okay.